Let me show you a couple of the ways that our second grade engineers have learned to make their fish stand upright. One way is curving the fish. So if I curve it like this, for example, the way we test if it's stable is to give it a little tap, tap, tap. I'm noticing that my fish wants to fall backwards. So if I can move a part to support it, maybe I could move this part forward to keep it from falling this way and move another part back as a counterbalance to the weight of the fish to keep it from falling backwards. And if my fish seems like it wants to fall one direction, I need to move the weight of my fish so it balances it in the other direction. Keep working on it until I find a position for my fish where he looks good and he's stable. That's stable. So that's one way to do it. Another way is to add side supports. And since I want to add some fins to my fish anyway, if I add, let's see, 2 triangle shapes for my pelvic fins. Remember, the pelvic fin is right down here on the belly. So I'm going to go scratch, 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 add my slip, mush it down, blend it in. I've messed up some of my fish scales, but I can go back and fix that later. I want to make sure that it's very secure, it's not going to crack or come off. Now, one fin might be enough. You have the choice of having your sculpture be a one-sided sculpture, where we just look at it from one side, or it could be a two-sided sculpture. Since this support is keeping it from falling this way, I need to put a weight that balances that. So a weight that's making it tip this way and something that is keeping it from falling. Other people had the idea of putting a base on the fish. That's also an option. So I think I'm going to work on maybe making this fin more decorative. I might also add some of the other fins that I know that fish have. For example, if you're worried about your fish falling over, you could always add a support on both sides, even if the back side isn't a part of what the viewer is going to be looking at. I could also have this be a two-sided sculpture. Now that's even more stable. Right now it's flexible because the clay has not been fired and it has not dried out. I think I will add some other fins and have it be a one-sided sculpture. Oh, I know. I could draw on the other fin. I want to show you how you can take your clay and create the shape after you've attached it. I can figure out what shape I do want. I want to show you one other option. If I want my fins to hold up my fish, there is a way for me to do that. I will need fins on both sides, but I can take something, so while the fish is drying, if I set it on an object, now this is hard to know if it is exactly stable, and I make sure that my fins are touching on both sides. I'll put this one down, make sure that this is holding the back. Now these 1, 2, 3, back here on the back side 4, these are my supports. So I have 4 supports in place, 3 on this side and 1 on this side. So I need to be sure that my fish is leaning a little bit towards the side that has the most support. It helps the stability of my fish. Once my fish is complete, then I need to find a place to put it, usually on a board, where it can sit and dry until it's time to put it into the kiln.